Well, normally at this stage of any live stream I say good morning Twitch or something along those lines, but I've decided to give streaming on YouTube a go today. Let's see if any bugger ends up watching. Let's say it's probably even less likely that they'll be watching when I do it on Twitch, but we'll find out, won't we? Who knows, maybe it'll be better. Today we're doing No Man's Sky. We're going to play the normal mode save. I do have a permadeath save, which I may go to a little bit later on in the stream, but at the moment we're not doing that. At the moment we're farming. None of the excitement of permadeath mode for you. No. I say excitement, it's just stress. I come on No Man's Sky for chilled out experiences and you go on permadeath mode and it's just stress. So yeah, I never streamed on YouTube before. We normally do this on Twitch. It's Dalek_Khan84 on Twitch. If you find yourself watching this on our Minecraft is Cheaper Than Therapy YouTube channel, then go over there. But I want to see what it does for the channel. Will this upload it straight to my normal videos, all that kind of stuff. So, kind of a test stream, kind of not. I mean, I am confident that it will at least stream what I want it to stream. Pretty low quality on this stream, like I've gone for a stability over anything fancy, and I'm hoping it works out alright. The fleet were out and they should be back by now, so let's see what they brought for us. If indeed we have room to receive the cargo. We don't. That's something that's kind of annoying, so we need to get rid of a load of this. Blah blah blah. Tetracobalt can go into storage. Apparently we're not on board the freighter. We very clearly are on board the freighter, but never mind. We can go in there. High capacity inventory of my exosuit. Got more super oxide crystals knocking about than anyone sensibly should be storing. You don't need that many. What we got? 300. Oh, we're down to our last 350 tons of frigate fuel. That's kind of bad news. Can we make some more? I cannot. With 200 tritium. So we're going to be shooting some rocks later to gather the tritium necessary for that. Now I should think that's enough room cleared from the inventory to see what the fleet has brought back for us. This is just a combat mission out. I do have more than 4 frigates. So debrief the commander. You know what's interesting is the commander there, he's changed outfits. He was not in red before. Also, his eyes are red when they weren't before. He's looking a lot more aggressive all round, but he is the commander of an S-class combat frigate, I suppose. Approached the merchant frigate. Approached by a merchant frigate. Vessel offered to send trade supplies. Analysis revealed the supplies in question were bombs. Trade abandoned. Open fire. All hostiles destroyed. Learned of investment opportunity while refueling something or other in that system. 8 Corvax convergence cubes. Don't really want them. Don't really want all that iridesite either. It's not much use. Here we go. Units. Bring me units. I'm supposed to be out there collecting bounties. More iridesite. I don't want it. We've had better trips. I'm not even going to sell them convergence cubes. I'm going to use them to max out my my standing with the Corvax. I do believe I have some way to go with the Corvax. Yeah, so next rank Singularity in 7. We've just got 8 Corvax convergence cubes, so I should be able to get it up to Singularity from Saviour, which I think Singularity is the top one. I've only got gold on one, though. Systems visited, 109 Korvax systems. And we've only learned 74 Korvax words as well, that's not many. You see on the regular journey milestones, we just have Extreme Survival. The Extreme Survival milestone is stupid and buggy. I don't think Hello Games consider it to be buggy. But really, it very often doesn't carry on registering time survived on extreme planets, and it's really irritating because I've been at 14.9 souls of 16 for a long time now, and we've been on these planets. We've literally tried to sort that out, and people say, oh well, it resets when you leave the planet. But what about the hour that I sat on the planet for? You know, how long is a day in this game? So I don't know about that one, but we've maxed out the rest of them, and it's really irritating that that one sits there undone. Oh well. Anyway, built a farm. YouTube, we built a farm. And when you're doing your farming on No Man's Sky, this is my first farm, so you can see it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy all over the shop. We're not sure what's going on with it, but I soon learned that when you're doing farming in No Man's Sky, it's best to have a specific item in mind that you want to start getting the resources for. In this case, we've gone for circuit boards, because circuit boards are worth 916,250 units each, which is pretty good. You make them with a combination of heat capacitors and polyfiber. For polyfiber, you need 100 cactus flesh and 200 starbulb. Starbulb, unfortunately, doesn't give you the highest yield when you harvest it from hydroponic farms. And so, I'm having to grow an enormous amount of star bramble. This stuff. So we'll gather it up. We should be getting about 400 star bramble per harvest. Although, to be honest, I think the only sensible way of going about this would be to just keep planting it. Today I'm just gonna go through the whole process. Just gonna change the view there because things get a little bit fiddly in first person sometimes with this stuff. I will harvest the cactus as well. I'm just going to gather in all the stuff that you actually need. See, that's the annoying thing, is that cactus flesh, on the other hand, you get an amazing harvest from it. 100 per plant. Most of the time you get 50. Star bramble, 25, mate. Only 100 harvests per 4-slot tray. And it ain't good. You know, I mean, really, I suppose you should just argue that's nature in the game. It grows what it grows, man. It's up to me to sort it out. No. There is still some more growing over here. As you can see, I have been quite keen on growing star bramble. It's going to be done. Okay, so that's that. So we got 250 there. There should be more. And 250 there, so we're getting 500, not 400, but 500 star bulb per harvest from the star bramble plants, which ain't too shabby at the end of the day. These all need to go. Send them all back. We just need to make sure we have the necessary space here. So, we can build our heat capacitors, we can build our polyfiber. At the moment we're just focusing on the polyfiber, because we already have those heat capacitors. And see, that's that, look. Once again, you now need 100 star bulb. But we have 2 bits of polyfiber, and that is better than a kick in the teeth. And so we have our heat capacitors, we have our polyfiber. What we do, straight on there, circuit board, worth 960,000, and there we go, nearly 2 million units just for harvesting from our farm. As you can see, I'm just hoarding it at the moment, saving up for an S-Class freighter, on which I will build a much more impressive farm setup than this one. But at the moment this is doing okay for us. So we are content to... Okay. Why is there only one there then? Doesn't quite make sense. Why is there only one? Why didn't you move with it? That's the question. Get on there. Right. Well, yeah, it's a tidy little hole, really. I mean, if anybody ends up seeing the video and wants to suggest more efficient things to be farming than circuit boards, let me know. I don't have all the blueprints yet, so I don't know what the best thing to grow is. But I do know that circuit boards ain't too bad. You know, that's really, really not too shabby. Let's get those heat capacitors back in there. Get that out, and then back in. Trying to organise the storage system as well, because that's something you really do need to do with your No Man's Sky. Is keep track of where things are being stored all of the time. And because the amount of times I've gone off onto planets, spent an hour gathering materials that if my storage system wasn't such a mess we would have found straight away, but this is just how it is. Just how it is. Google saying, did you sign in? Did you sign in? Yes, I did. That was me. Attempted to stream on YouTube. I'm just taking a quick pause. Like I said, it's sort of semi-test stream. This one wasn't planning a stream today, but here we are. And yeah, I just thought I'd quite like to check out the old YouTube and see how it's getting on. See what it looks like and whatnot, because I am only streaming at 360p, which isn't particularly high quality, is it? I normally go out at 540, and that's low. So I am a little bit concerned that 360 just isn't going to cut it, but I'm going to have a look. Go to my channel. Does it say I'm live now? It does indeed say I'm live now. The title's all right. No Man's Sky Visions update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that and see if that makes any odds. So yeah, hop on to my Minecraft is Cheaper Than Therapy is on Facebook. If you find us on Facebook, that's the best way to keep up to date with what we actually do with this channel. At the moment, what we do with this channel is look at a No Man's Sky inventory. Obviously, I can see that that's not very exciting for you. But we're getting there, you know. It's early days in this stream. Seeing what we can do. It's going to be camera, webcam from the console streams later on. I may start using YouTube, which is a bit more accessible to people. You don't have to download an app, do you? Or even register. So... and paste. And post. Says we're posted. And we are. Okay. I'm gonna, just for once, put it on my own page, see if that makes any difference. Okay, well I've done that. I dare say it won't make any difference at all, but I've done that. So what now? We have done our farming. It has been done, and we've currently got 8.25 million units worth of circuit boards sitting there, just sitting there, you know. And we've got a hell of a lot more heat capacitors than that, haven't we? We do. So they want moving and all. Tell you what, let's get those 3 slots filled in. We can't. We don't need to be. We don't need to be putting up with that. May as well get it all finished, you know. Because on this save, I'm close to having done all of the things I'm even remotely interested in No Man's Sky, which is why I also now have a permadeath save. Oh, the other thing. Some people will tell you when you ask for tips early on, farm Gravitino balls, don't do it, here's why. Because for all of these we've got 18. 18 balls here. And it's like a fraction of the income. Once upon a time, Gravitino balls were a worthwhile thing to do on No Man's Sky. But not anymore. They're pretty much just a waste of time now. That's what you do. Da-di-da. Over here. Sell them. 18 Gravitino balls gets you 222,922 units, which you can get from 2 heat capacitors. So it's just not worth it, is it? Not worth it. But anyway, that's what people used to say, farm Gravitinos, and now we do circuit boards, and it's millions of units instead. So that's the farmer. Wait for stuff to regrow. Gonna pop out, get some tritium in a minute, I think, so that we can stock back up on frigate fuel and send them out. But in the meantime, let's just have a little butcher's outside. I can't even remember where we are. Apparently we haven't been down there before. So let's have a look, why not? You never know what you're going to see down there. Heading to the dark side of the planet, so it's going to be night time when we get down there. But time should pass fairly quickly. I'm just going to spark this. Incoming! Hello, Lee. Cheers for joining. I love charging at planets as fast as I can. Like, yes, come on, proper space stuff, get in. I have absolutely no purpose on this planet, though. I've no business here at all. I'm just kind of having a wander around. It's not as good as Battlestar Galactica. It's not even as good as an Enterprise, really, but... Let's all go down here, innit? One of my problems with playing this game is, like, you probably saw where I said we're heading to the dark side of the planet, so it's going to be night time when we get there. At no point did I attempt to adjust that course and go to the light side of the planet where it'll be daytime and all the animals will be up. Hello, what was that? Do you hear something? Ah! Oh, look at you, you're cool. Are you going to try and kill me, though? Oh, you are. Are you? You little shit. It didn't have to be that way, man. We could have been friends. I only wanted to have a look at your little face. Now look. It's got 6 stomachs, it eats birds, and we know it's unafraid. We found that one out. You lad. What, killing the creature didn't do anything for me? I had a mission open where I had to kill a predatory creature, but it's just kind of an ongoing thing. So when I hand that in, I'll probably get some nanite clusters or some units or something else which you can clearly see I don't need. We've got units off the table now. It doesn't even fit anymore. Oi! There's no need, mate. There's no need. Okay. So what we learned is the planet's pretty barren looking and the locals really aren't very friendly. Let's have a look over there. It would be good if they could bring something like that into it. I mean, sometimes you come across planets and they say redacted planet, and they're all weird and messed up and glitchy, and it turns out those are planets that got deleted in an update. But they still sort of remain in the game somehow, so that's a weird thing with this. Loads of shading on his face. I don't know if you know about these little fellas, the Gek, or if you played much of this, man, but I hate them, the Gek. It turns out they look all cute, but they fill the rooms with pheromones to make everybody think that they're alright and friendly and all that kind of business. It turns out the Gek first spawn killed all the Korvax and enslaved them. Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but nothing will happen. They won't let me get my gun out in here. And the Korvax ended up having to take them over by, like, interrupting the Gek's, like, genetic code and replaced their impulse for murder with an impulse for commerce, which is a really, really thinly veiled bit of social commentary, if ever there was. If ever there was, you know. He wants me to kill 12 creatures. Typical Gek. Say I might or might not. Don't take orders from you, you little lizard wanker. Bet I can cash him for Nanite Scar now. Forever. Oh, yeah, no, I am actually talking to you, man, yeah. You know, weird thing about that is it actually seemed like you were answering me back, so that's weird. That's you. That is you now. On the No Man's Sky server. There's a whole planet on No Man's Sky where I named all of the creatures on it after 19th century anarchist revolutionaries as well. Also, a planet I didn't name, nor had it been named by a user, but I did find the planet Share the other day. C-H-E-R, Share. Set up a base on it, didn't even want to live there, but... Right, there's a waypoint on there, I'm sure. Yeah. Any more? Yeah. Must have been a while since I've done this. Okay, not that long. It's not bad though, 289. Can hear him, I can't see him. Ah, there you are. There's only one task more tedious than scanning birds in No Man's Sky, and that's trying to scan moths. Get here. Just get scanned, mate. They might. That's the thing with video games these days. Watching Hannah play Red Dead Redemption 2, the horses do that. And I thought, I'm all for immersion in video games, but that's a level of detail that is just a bit unnecessary. Would you have noticed if the horses in Red Dead 2 didn't shit everywhere? Q-tails. Oop, that didn't quite work, did it? Oh. Always happy to provide an opportunity for slacking off. So this is the normal mode of the game, but more recently I've been playing permadeath mode just because it makes it all a little bit more urgent and terrifying. What the hell happened there? Just fall down a hole. I don't even need this, really. We're just fixing the roof while the sun's shining or whatever. Right. I'm on nights tonight, but I'm trying to make something of the day before I have to go and sit and, you know, watch old people sleep for a bit. Trouble is they don't, man. That's they just wander around thinking it's morning in 1953. They're constantly updating this game as well. Like we're on the Visions update now. It's like the most recent named update, but that came pretty quickly after the Abyss update, which was all to do with the sea, putting loads more life and detail into the oceans. Adding submarines and stuff like that. I don't actually know what's happened in the Visions update. I've noticed some changes to the colours and stuff like that. It's definitely new items and things. I'd love to play it on PC. Our PC doesn't even run games up to like a Xbox 360 standard though. So I was trying to play Left 4 Dead 2 on it the other day and it was laggy to the point of being unplayable, so I gave up. But I have been playing a lot of stuff on emulators on the PC. Oh, look at him! Been playing a lot of like Sensible Soccer, Micro Machines, just old Mega Drive stuff I used to like. Oh, he's cool. It's like a Skexy, doesn't it? Oh, he's gonna have a pop as well. Is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he fully is. Oh, don't just lie there dying, man. That's what it looks like it's going. Nice one. What sort of emulators do you use? Because I've been aware of their existence for a long time, but I haven't been using them for very long. At the minute, I'm using a Game Boy Advance emulator, that unfortunately just led directly to me buying a Game Boy Advance last week. And I use a Mega Drive one, or Sega one called Fusion. It does like everything up to and including the 32X. But I've literally just played Mega Drive. But I'd quite like to get an Amiga emulator on the go, but I had a look at UAE and just honestly didn't understand what was going on. couldn't work out how to get it set up. Other people have told me that Amiga emulators do tend to be a bit more confusing. Ah, of course, I'm already using one of the best Mega Drive ones then. That's cool. I mean, it was dead easy, you just literally had to... I realised that after using it for a couple of days, you don't even have to unzip the ROMs that you download, you can just click on the zip folder and it'll still play the game. Yeah, I've been streaming like sensible soccer tournaments and stuff like that. And playing stuff that I never really got the chance to play back in the day, like Splatterhouse series and stuff like that. Brilliant games. Well, what I've been tending to do is there's a Minecraft is Cheaper Than Therapy Facebook page, which seemed a little bit excessive, considering no bugger watches my stream, but I thought, I can't expect anybody to watch it if they've got no way of knowing what's on and when. So if you go to facebook.com/Minecraft is Cheaper Than Therapy, I tend to put up schedules on a Tuesday morning for the rest of the week. And yeah, it's just sort of like Mega Drive variety pack, I guess, those ones. See, earlier I said trying to scam moths. It's a bit, look how impossible this nonsense is. Stay still. Stay still and get scammed. Come on. Oh! Oh. Come on. Just give me your data. Come on. Oh, okay, you don't usually get him as quickly as that. That could have gone for ages. Cheers, man. Okay, so yeah, that's why I put stuff up there. Kind of take requests and stuff. At some point I'm going to do a Monkey Island playthrough. That's actually one of the only games I can do a relatively quick playthrough of without any trouble. Just finished it too many times. Also been playing just a lot of Metal Slug in general, because that was just a game I had heard of in the past. There was no chance of me or anyone I knew having a Neo Geo in the 90s. So, but Monkey Island 2 or Metal Slug? I assume Monkey Island. In which case I would say I can accept that view. I kind of always prefer playing the first one because I guess it's a bit shorter. But I would accept any of the first 3 Monkey Island games being somebody's favourite. That's cool. It really is. It really is. To be honest, Metal Slug's probably the best shooting game I've ever played. It's just so funny. All of the and I'm sure there are some things that go on in Metal Slug games that you probably would be more trouble than they're worth to include these days, but the level of detail and all that goes on in them games is great fun. And it's I like that it gives you infinite continue, so you can always play through the game, but you replay it to get better runs and that. Yeah, I think the only thing about Monkey Island that was ever a shame was the Telltale Games series not really living up to much and not going any further than it did. But apart from that, they never put a foot wrong. There's a great documentary, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube, the channel Retro Ahoy did. It's sort of billed as a documentary about Monkey Island, but it's really about just LucasArts and 90s point and clicks. It's really well done. They were hit and miss. I mean, it turned out the only thing the way they went under, the only thing they were making any money off apparently was Minecraft Story Mode. And apart from that, everything was losing the money. Oh, I think The Walking Dead Episode 1 made money, and the rest of that they were tanking as well. Yeah, that's a really good channel for them though, isn't it, Retro Ahoy? I like it. nicely done. There's another one like channel that has got topics I'm interested in. It's called like Kim. Oh, I can't remember their surname now. Some stupid name that they made up for themselves. I wanted to watch his documentaries, but I just couldn't bear the sound of his voice, so I couldn't get through it. But I do like those Retro Ahoy ones. His Doom one is very good as well. It didn't look good to me. Kim Justice, that's the guy, yeah, he does have an really irritating voice, and I just couldn't bear it. But, you know, I like the things they make their documentaries about. Well, I'm not convinced there's going to be anything too exciting going on in this play. Is that a gut? I had no idea. To be fair, you can't tell from a voice though, can you? Even so. He, she, or they, I couldn't bear it, so I turned it off. Why? Oh, God. I didn't check the launch thrusters. Alright, maybe we can get another ship down here then. Is there a Digitizer show? That's great. I used to love Digitizer on the teletext. To be honest, the thing that still gets me about them days of Digitizer on teletext is I'm still not really sure how they actually got away with half of it. Not because it was offensive or anything like that, but just who was paying for them to put out all of that weird stuff on the teletext, you know, because most of it was completely irrelevant to what they were actually supposed to be doing. It was like the Viz comic of computer games journalism, you know? I think the editor of that writes for Retro Gamer magazine, doesn't he? Is it on YouTube then, this Digitizer show? Because I'm definitely going to have a look. Yeah, that's the guy. He's got a column in Retro Gamer, hasn't he? Nice one, thanks man, appreciate that. Go out of that black hole then. Oh, what? Am I in the wrong ship? What ship am I? Oh. How did I manage to take off with no fuel in my... That was stupid. I'm in the wrong ship. It's a good magazine though, to be fair. At one point I was reading Edge and I've kind of stopped reading it because I feel like they sometimes Edge reports on games that I wouldn't have heard about otherwise, and that's why I started reading it. But other times they don't half talk some absolute shit in that magazine. So yeah, I've kind of moved on to Retro Gamer. I've been picking that up for the last couple of issues. I really liked the last issue had that big SNK feature, so that was interesting. That's one company I'd struggled to find any good documentary stuff about. All I could find was kind of like corporate videos from '95 and stuff. That. There we go. That's the right one. And I heard the new Casual Nausea album the other day. It's pretty good.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Yeah, I think one of the things about Edge, yeah, it's not out yet, but I popped round the other day and they had the Masters that had just come back, and it does sound good. It actually sounds like Casual Nausea. I think Ben's done a really good job on it, and I heard that he'd done a bit of like every time someone pointed out that a beat was a fraction of a second out, sort of said, doesn't matter, it's stay like that, that's what you sound like. And it's nice that they actually got someone in to say stuff like that, because I think it's going to sound like a better album as a result, so I'm looking forward to it coming out. I'll have to buy a vinyl, I think. Right then, that's a black hole over there. Here's a top tip for you. Don't go through black holes in any ship you actually like, because it damages it. So what you got to do is keep a junk ship for things like that. Yeah, it sounds more like a real band if the occasional, I mean obviously you don't want it to be straight up out of time, but if the occasional beat is just a little bit off or whatever, well that's what human drummers sound like, innit? So you don't want to be ironing out every kink. Because if you're going to do that, it begs the question, why didn't you just get a drum machine? So the advantage of getting into this slightly rubbish ship to go through the black hole is that anything that does break is going to be basic equipment that I can fix easily, rather than advanced equipment that I'll have to mess about with rarer resources to fix. Took me a few goes round to learn that, but the disadvantage of black holes at the minute is the point of me going through is I'm trying to get to the galactic centre, and I'm so close to it at this point that I keep overshooting when I go through black holes and ended up further away than when I started. But there just isn't really a better way. Oh, and we've spawned into a battle as well. That's not good. Because this is not a fighting ship, as I just said. Just gonna nip down here. Yeah, so we've gone 1,000,000 light years. That's twice as far as we wanted to go. No, not at all. I mean, they're pretty open about where they've taken all their influences from. Every time you die, you get a classic sci-fi quote, and one of the things I was impressed by is that they really were good quotes. It was Asimov and people at that level Getting some Douglas Adams quotes in there, proper sci-fi stuff, and that's pretty good. I'm just going to answer him just to shut up the sound. Yes, we will help, but bear with me because I'm going to be no help to you in this thing. Hasn't even got a phase beam working at the minute. But yeah, it's borrowing from everywhere. I think like a lot of the designs of the ships look really, really Star Wars, to the point where you'd think they'd have Disney on the phone. But then there's stuff from 2001, like all the monoliths and stuff like that. It's really 2001. Then it's got all this like, what's the nature of reality? Does it matter if it's all a simulation, like Blade Runner type stuff? It does get a bit depressingly philosophical if you follow the story. Yeah. If we're going into battle, we're getting the big lad out. I already said I'd help you. Cheers for popping in, man. Thanks for joining me, and cheers for liking the page. I'll chat to you again if you pop in again. Just keep an eye on that and he'll tell you the schedules. Right, where are you? He didn't last long. Any more? There's one. Oops. Right, now that that's over, let's have a look at this. Worth having or what? Let's just go in there. I don't think I'm looking to buy it at the moment, but we'll see how I get on. Dramatically flying into the room and standing on the desk. Hello, sir. Ain't bloody worth it, is it? I mean, it looks nice. It really does look nice. All that silver and blue, yellow, nice looking ship. Only 25 million, but it's also not as good as the freighter we're currently in, so see you later, mate. Yeah, he looks relieved, but that's just because they haven't sorted that out yet. I haven't taken the burden of command from you. I'm leaving you with your shitty C-class freighter. Okay. Vengeance, Survival of the Fittest, and none of them are bringing in the nanites. Those have some sellable value, but... Cool. Okay. Do we want any of these missions? Ones that give us nanites. There's not really a lot up there. Alright, we'll take that. going to do that anyway, so let's do that too. Got some lip balm if you want it, mate. Oh no, I didn't want a mission, I just wanted a gift. I'll take it anyway. Locate and repair the damaged machinery. Just gonna check the shops. No exosuit upgrade. He ain't got nothing for me. Oh well. So I'm going to leave the stream there. Done an hour. Might come back to YouTube later on and carry on streaming. We do also stream on Twitch. Go to facebook.com/Minecraft is cheaper than therapy, and you can find the schedules for upcoming streams. We do a lot of No Man's Sky, we do a fair bit of Minecraft, we also play a lot of retro games of varying types as well. So if that's your cup of tea, then come back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, all of that sort of stuff. And we will see you all later on.